this. Oh, she's skating.
Now we just need to find somebody to race real quick.
Oh, they're out here. They're that, you know, that must have him on, huh? I got these guys wanting to hear the new exhaust.
Hey, jump start.
All right, here we go. First wide open throttle pull with the new build motor. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. What's up, YouTube? Welcome everybody back to the channel. On today's episode, we're gonna be taking the 1,000 horsepower Trackhawk up to Livernois Motorsports to finally get the dyno tune. But first, let's get a cold start with that new exhaust. So before we get to Livernois, I do have to stop and get E85 from the station. Hopefully this Myers E85 is good. I'm only gonna get a couple gallons just to put it over a half of a tank, but I'm also gonna be getting a 5-gallon jug of C85 from Livernois and filling that up as well, just so we have the right amount of octane. All right, here we are, moment of truth. I've been waiting for this for a long time now. I guess it's my turn to make the guess on what I think the Trackhawk's gonna make. With everything that we did to it, I'm gonna take the random guess of it makes 997 horsepower. I take that back. I wanna guess 992 horsepower to all 4 wheels. And then I'll guess the torque. I'll say the torque is 100 or 912 all-wheel torque. So we'll see what happens. Good luck to everybody. I'll check the winner or check and see who won. I hope somebody wins. The hats will be on sale regardless if you want to pick one up. It's not a one-off thing. And I also have a hoodie we'll have a hoodie for sale too. I got these guys wanting to hear the new exhaust, so we'll light it up for them and then we'll pull it around back. Make sure I get in your guys' reaction.
Hey, jump start.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, jump start. It almost sounded like my car.
Like that? Sounds a lot more, it sounds a lot cleaner, don't it?
It sounds better, yeah.
It's a lot more crisp. Yeah. Hey, and would you believe it? No drone. No drone.
Yeah.
Crazy. I think it's because we put that X pipe in there.
Yeah.
Yep. No muffler, baby.
That's really a sleeper. I like it.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think you go sleeper.
All right, let's get this baby pulled around back. Love these guys here, man. They're really like family after you work with them, you know. Lucky for me, I live close to them, but these guys are all really friendly here and they want the best for you and your vehicle. That's why I come here. All right, everybody, a little bit of a change of plan. I got busy and they got busy here, so they end up having to tune this thing after hours after they close the door. So they close at 6 here, and Dan and Andy end up staying till 10 o'clock, like 2 or 3 days in a row. And I got Dan here on the weekend on his day off to do the last glory run to see what this thing can make on the dyno. So buckle in, here we go.
You're good right there. Well, this is really, you know, like we've been making polls all week. Not really trying to do a power run, just trying to get the calibration right. So
yeah.
You really didn't miss anything. You know, I guess for numbers and looking good, we want the thing to cool off. So it's been sitting for a while. So it should be our best run, hopefully. So
cool.
We'll see what happens.
Stand back here. Try not the hairs on my beard. See what it made. Woo! No. It's the following week now. We got the C85 in it. We're warming it up right now. We're gonna make the final dyno run for this glory pass. See what it makes. Let's go, baby. Time to get the Trackhawk back on the channel. God, that new exhaust sounds good. Stand up here in the corner. Try not to blow my eardrums out. Let's see who's gonna win the hat. Sound a little rowdy, didn't it?
Did. You guys are rowdy. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it.
Okay.
We're 979, 930 foot-pounds.
Okay.
So it's pretty good.
979, almost 980, and then 929 torque. Made a lot more torque than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, that's pretty good. So, I mean, really the big change here is the camshaft from before, right? So let me pull that run up.
Okay.
That's pretty good right there.
So this is the old one before we put the cam in.
Yep, so let me move this graph. So I let out a little bit early here, which is fine. We probably could have got another couple horse, bringing it, you know, maybe 400 or 500 RPMs higher. Probably, maybe it would have been over 980, 983.
It was
like
climbing. Well, what's the difference between here and there?
So
how much horsepower?
Let's zoom in on it, and that's always the thing most people always compare. What's the peak number, right? So 979 to 963. Oh, like 16, 17 horse. Oh, it's a big deal. But if we zoom in like this, we'll just pick a spot, 6,000, right? You're 22 horsepower right there.
Wow.
We'll go a little higher, 939, 968. So that's almost 30 horsepower, 6,400, right? So
that's a good amount at that high RPM.
It is, but everybody always focuses on peak to peak. Remember, you're at the peak one time. You're before the peak, after the peak, all the time. You know what I mean? So it's really good.
For sure.
I'm pretty happy with it. You know what I mean? For just really the camshaft is the biggest thing. So.
Yeah. All right. Now to stop messing around, we got a little secret in the back for it. Time to really turn it up. No, I'm just playing. That's for a little bit later down the road. Maybe we'll hit it when we're trying to go for the record, but I'm really happy with it. We talked about before, you know, I wanted it to make over 1,000, but you told me it's the supercharger is the limit. It's at its max.
It is. I don't think there's much more we can do this supercharger to get more power out of it without being reckless. We don't want to be reckless on it. I know there's a few things in the tune you wanted to change, kind of make it auto shift in manual mode. We'll do that. That's what if you're racing somebody, you know, you leave it in manual mode, you forget to move it, it automatically shifts.
Right.
Or if you're in a gear, you're just chilling, right, next to somebody, you're in third, they're in whatever gear they're in, you can just kind of keep it right there in third, just watt it, not worried about, you know, slapping it back over to drive too late and hitting the rev limiter, boom, you lose the race.
Exactly. And that's the little things people don't think about, like you said, somebody's gonna roll up to you in traffic, and having that ability to auto shift is really gonna help you win that race and really gonna make you outperform or perform as best as you possibly can. Because I don't know how many times I've rolled up, have to try to find a gear in manual mode, and I find it, and then I forget to shift it back to auto, and I end up hitting the rev limiter, and this thing falls on its face. So that's a huge thing in the tuning that they're able to do.
Yeah, and now that you got the good trans in this thing too, you can leave in second gear. People do it anyway. I told you before. Yeah. I wouldn't do it unless you got a good trans. So
yeah. Well, now, like, what are the risk factors in doing it with the stock trans? Just the clutch is not holding up.
You break the drum. You know what I mean? There's just hard parts break. This thing's got all good stuff in it. I feel less likely you're going to break something.
Yeah. And that's one of the things that I really wanted to do before I got the built trans. And Dan told me, like, hey, if you crack that trans, you're going to have to find a whole new case on one that's not cracked open. So you want to take that advice. Build the trans before you go really hard with these, because these transmissions are not cheap.
No, they're not cheap and they're hard to find, right? It's an 8HP2. It's not in every, not in everything. You know what I mean? So it's pretty cool.
Do you want to talk about the cam a little bit? Who would be worth it for people that want to go through with it? Who would it not be suited for?
Yeah, like I told you before, anytime you go bigger camshaft, you're going to suffer some drivability, right? So we can put the biggest cam you want in this thing, you're going to be like, I hate the way it drives. I'm not sure what stage we would call this. Maybe our stage 2 or maybe stage 3, we should call this one. It runs good, obviously. Yeah. We got 30 horse in part of the gain. I think 30 is that's a little much. I wouldn't say you're going to get 30 horse on a cam change most of the time. It's probably more, I feel better saying to people, hey, if you go from our stage 1, 2 cam to a stage 3, you'll probably pick up 10, 15. Gotcha. But to tell somebody you're going to pick up 30 horse, that'd be a bunch of BS.
This is your max effort cam though for this right now.
It's pretty close. It's not, we can go bigger. I wouldn't go much bigger than this, just because it's going to drive like garbage. Yeah.
All right, let's take Dan for a quick ride. When's the last time you've been in a Trackhawk?
Probably about a month. I was in second.
Spicy. Wow, spun him like that in second? Oh boy. Oh, you want to put it in track and see how it does?
I was trying to make it stall, but you may do that.
Oh yeah.
Just lit up all 4 tires.
That's insane. I've seen people spin these out with drag radials on them. That's what makes me nervous. I mean, given the temperature, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I haven't put the drag radials on yet. I'll wait till it gets like above 60 consistently.
It is driving itself a little bit, which pisses me off.
What do you mean driving itself?
Kind of not accelerating, but not decelerating.
Pushing you. Yeah. I knew I mean, this thing is 2,000 horsepower rated, this transmission, so I knew what I was getting myself into. I think it's just important that people know that are trying to go with the built transmission, this is what they're going to get themselves into.
So now we're off, because I don't know yet. It's covered up.
I mean, it's off, but it's not totally.
Hit it here? Or no?
Yeah, you can hit it wherever.
This is going to smoke them at first, right?
I mean, it's whatever you want to do.
Okay.
I actually never let anybody drive it like this.
We'll wait until it's cleared out. Because I mean, it's just going to hit the rev limiter 1 to 2, right? Isn't that what it does?
I mean, it should shift.
Okay.
I mean, I trust you. Nobody's been faster.
Oh, I'm just going to go. I don't want to try to.
Yeah, you don't have to do it from a dead dig either. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little nervous. That's like how you put it in track mode, and the traction control is off, but it's not totally off. It's like on the Mustangs where you have to hold it, and then, but like that's where people get into trouble. Like
I did roll into it too.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, you dead dig, smack it, it's gonna smoke the tires.
It took off pretty good
No, it
though.
did.
I'm happy with that. I can't wait. I've never been watting it since I've had it back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, because you told me not over 5,500 RPMs, so I've never, you know.
Most people don't listen.
As much bad luck as I had with this thing, I want to check all, you know, everything. Cross my T's, dot my I's. I really just, you know, I want to have a good summer with this.
So we're gonna put it in second.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it in second and see if it shifts like it's supposed to.
Okay. And just like that, we're going to jail. Man, this thing's crazy.
But see, it's nice though, because it literally shifts. We left it in manual mode, it shifts by itself.
See, before it would do that for the first gear, but when it would go 4-5, it wouldn't. So I'm hoping that it'll do it now. The only really way to test that is when I'm doing like 60 to 130s with it, you know what I mean? It's hard to do that on this street in Mexico, you know what I mean? We're not breaking any laws here.
Right, we just crossed over to Tijuana.
Exactly. So, but yeah, I'll see what happens when I do the 60 to 130, but it should shift fine. I mean, I just can't believe how fast this thing is now.
It is crazy.
I mean, I know you were saying like that cam 30 horsepower. Man, it just feels like a lot. It just feels. Does it even pick up more quicker in the like the RPM band? A little bit sooner?
It should. I mean, it's got more power, so in theory it should be faster.
It feels like it picks up faster. Like it feels like it gets up on that hill a lot quicker.
Yeah. Now we just need to find somebody to race real quick.
Oh, they're out here. They're that, you know, that Mustang here on. I love those Mustangs. I actually think about getting one.
Wait, what year is yours? Is it
Mine's a 16.
16. That's 11 through
14.
14.
Yeah. But the problem with mine is that, well, not the problem. Like you could still go really fast, but if you want the fastest drag car, you want a live axle, and those are just better for setting up like that. The only problem with the Gen 1s is the rods. So to go fast, and then I have to do a drop-in rod piston. At that point, why not just leave it? You know what I mean? So you can get I can get away more with my Gen 2 2016. I can make probably 850, 900 on the 85.
Yeah.
The limit for the Gen 1s is probably, well, you know, I'm not. Yeah, and it's the limit's 750. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know, but for them, just a little bit of Mustang Coyote knowledge. Yeah.
Okay.
I really do want to get a Hellcat Challenger, but like we talked before, even if I did built motor, 3.8 Whipple, Gen 6, the downfall is the weight.
It is. It's heavy. It's heavy, Con.
I'm gonna be max effort, not be able to daily drive it and run 8s. No, not gonna do that.
I'm gonna save this real quick.
All right, well there you have it. 979 horsepower and 929 torque, if I remember correctly. Wish it would have made a little bit more horsepower. I'm not gonna lie, I did want to see that 1,000 number, but I'm happy with the torque. It made a lot more torque than I thought it was going to. So if anybody knows, torque is what gets you there. So hopefully it'll help with our quarter mile times this season. If you guessed 979 in the comments in any of the previous videos, let me know in the comments in this one. That way it'll save me a lot of work with trying to find it. I did talk with Dan about, you know, this setup pretty much being maxed out, and the problem is the blower. I mean, the blower just spinning as fast as it possibly can, and there's, you know, you're gonna get really risky if you spin it any faster and you put any more boost to it. So we talked about it. He's gonna draw up a number for a Gen 6 3.8 Whipple, a triple pump fuel system from Ford Innovations, and 2150 ID injectors, and we'll see what that looks like. If I can swing it, I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna get it. It's probably gonna be a lot of money. If you want to help me out and support the channel, you can pick up one of these hoodies or a hat at airborneamerican.com. It is airborne-american.com. I'll put it up on the screen, but that's really going to help me out take this Trackhawk to the next level. So if you enjoy the videos and want to see me take this Trackhawk platform even further, consider buying a hat and helping me out. If you don't, no big deal anyways. I appreciate you guys just watching and liking and commenting. I still haven't went watt in this, so I think I'm gonna have to get a little full throttle pull once we get in the highway in Mexico. All right, so about to get my reaction to the first wide open throttle pull here in Mexico. Pretty nervous. Gotta make sure we got no federale behind us. All right, here we go. First wide open throttle pull with the new build motor. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.